was walking the road, playing harp all the time. 10 holes were his closest friend, and he played for nickels and dimes. He made it to Chicago town, but he slide guitar. He gripped that mic, kept it tight, took that sound so far. He was born to wail. Little town called Helena, Arkansas, radio KFFA. King Biscuit Flour Hour broadcasting every day. The host was Willie Rice Miller, but he called himself Sonny Boy. He wrote and he sang and he blew that axe to the whole damn Delta's joy. He was born to wail. Sonny Boy, Son of Terry, Big Walter, Little Walter, Jimmy Reed, and Howlin' Wolf. These are the giants who created my music, and to them I take my hat off. Like them, I'm gonna keep wailing, wailing till the day I drop. 'Cause while I'm chucking, there just ain't nothing that can make the music stop. I was born to wail. Instead of crying, I took a breath, then I played a few licks. The doctor started dancing, and the nurse did the hoochie coo. Mama looked at me, wailing away. She said, "Good Lord, who are you?" I was born to wail. Dreamt that I died late last night. Went to a place in the neon light. It was juke joint heaven and my pals were there. You could play all night and nobody cared. Little Walter George Smith for Sonny Boy too. All got up on that stage and blew. In walked Cotton with Paul DeLay. Up in the lights, Muddy was playing. Sonny and Brownie were having a drink. It was all so real, you could hear the ice clink. Big Mama Thornton, Chris Michalak too. All the legends and guys that I knew. All of a sudden it was my time to play. For some crazy reason I wasn't afraid. I played my songs, they stomped and they cheered. Of course I might have been the weed and I might have been the beer. That old Rice Miller, big as a tree, said, "Son, you play good but not as good as me. Son, you play good but not as good as me. Son, you play good but not as good as me." Alarm clock ringing with a swinging sound. I woke up, there was no one around. Grabbed my harp and I started to play, 'cause I know that we'll all be jamming someday. Know that we'll all be jamming someday. Know that we'll all be jamming someday. Got the blues, baby's feeling down. I look for a smile, get only a frown. Baby's got the blues again, and there's nothing I can do. car. Bought her a brand new house. It didn't go very far. Baby's got the blues again, and there's nothing I can do. I'd do anything for baby. She's got the blues. Baby's feeling down. I look for a smile, yet only a frown. Baby's got the blues again, and there's nothing I can do. Well, I would do anything, 'cause baby's got the blues. Yes, I'd do anything, 'cause baby's got the blues.
Oh, the baby does have the blues. Happy Saturday on the Hoomagoo. Jon Gindick is my fabulous guest. Hey, buddy, come on in to the Hoomagoo. Thank you.
Hey there. Hi.
Super. Tell us about...
Good to be on the phone with you. Yes.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks again for coming on. You know, I love all... We were talking off air a little bit. I love, first of all, you have an awesome CD. Love it, the All Night Cafe. We started off with I Was Born to Wail. Baby's Got the Blues. And my friend, you are the harmonica master. You have camps in Louisiana, I believe, and California. Tell us about all that great stuff and how that came to be for us.
Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, the camps are in the Mississippi Delta at the Shack
gotcha.
Up Inn. And they're five-day events with 5 coaches. We take about 35 people, and we work on people with just from the fundamentals, like maybe someone who's just starting out. It's appropriate for them, or someone, an intermediate through advanced, because we also teach songwriting and harp repair, and we teach just how to front a band. We bring in musicians, and so it's half fantasy musician camp and half instruction and learning by doing. So I've been doing that in the Delta for about 10 years now. And so that is like one of the harmonica activities. I started off, Tom, writing and publishing instruction books, and made my living forever. I don't mean that in a tedious way. I mean, but just for a long time, from the books, from teaching people, and trying to, because I was a student of psychology, group psychology, actually. I studied, kind of how people learn and get different styles. Like, I'm not an intellectual teacher or player at all. I know what I'm doing, but I think first, they say you learn to play the instrument, then you learn to play the instrument. And so that's the way I go. I try to teach people how to play really simply, where you don't need to know anything other than your breath and the basics of good tone, and then they build out of that. We get people singing too. I mean, it's a gas. It's a creative kickstart, and that's what I've really. I mean, I'm 70 now, and that's what I've spent my life doing, is my creative efforts to creatively kickstart other people. And I'm not sure why that's the way it went, but it sure worked out well, because I sold over 1 million books. And by the time I was ready to perform, I had some people interested, in what I'm doing, or some kind of notoriety, at least as a teacher. So it was a good lucky time, and the books are sweet. They're good. So
it touched
anyway.
me. It touched me, John, last week when I was prepping for the show. We were supposed to get together, and things worked out for this week. But I was so excited. It hit me too because a simple instrument to harmonica. I had Vin Mont on my show a couple weeks ago. Also from thank you Betsy Brown and Blind Raccoon for the great music. But he's a harmonica player, and I have a history degree, so I love to look at the instruments and where these all came from. The Chinese with the bamboo initially had the type of harmonica, and the German then brought that to the metal and the riffs, should I say. So to me, I'm thinking the Old West with the, I guess it's kind of movie stuff, but they bring out the harmonica, you're sitting around the campfire, and that little bit touches everybody, and that's what I thought about how you're doing. But you're doing that same type of thing with that instrument, and I was thinking, man, I'd love to do that, play some of my show, see how I grow, and that would be just a great fun. I love that, and that's what touched me.
Yeah, well, it is fun. It does have that portability and that informality. On the other hand, it's an instrument of tremendous artistry and expressiveness. And I mean, in a way, once you get started and start having fun, and then you say, now I want to learn to play the harmonica. Then, be good. Then
you really
the relationship with the instrument starts
change.
And
It changes.
And I had a theory. They say Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil, and I was thinking, well, when you're learning to play the harmonica bedevils you, right? And only until you kind of get a degree of passiveness, exploration, surrender to the needs of the harmonica in your mouth and in your embouchure, that's only when you learn to play. So I always kind of chuckle at that analogy, between learning to play the instrument by selling your soul to the instrument.
Well, exactly. Once you're playing the campground girls or campground songs or Boy Scouts or whatever that too many times, and you really want to learn, and it. I'm a big fan of, part of the Who Magoo comes from The Who, and Roger Daltrey, how he comes out there, and he's a harmonica master. Mick Jagger, a lot of these guys, people don't realize what they can do and what that instrument brings out, replaces the violin in many type of a format, should I say.
Yeah, well, I never think of those guys in that category, but we all have our different fans. But I mean, it's a really good instrument. I was influenced by Dylan, and for me, pretty much from the get-go, even though the harmonica was what I was the most interested in. Back when I was 18 years old and first heard Dylan, I was playing harmonica and guitar at the same time. And that's what got me going. But the harmonica it's interesting because the guitar, for me, was always there to accompany the harmonica. And so I developed a good rhythmic guitar, but I can't go up the neck. I